Carnation?
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Pet milk is another brand.
Oh, yes. I always thought that was horse food
What?
or dog food.
The what?
The pet. I don't know why. I think it was a labeling.
Because it says pet.
I know.
Yeah.
I think my mom used to buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Medicare Space Live Show. My name is Victoria Cabrera, and they were talking about carnation, or what is it?
Cream of wheat. My grandmother used to make the best cream of wheat with the carnation condensed milk.
She said she used to use pet.
And she's like, I thought that was horse milk.
Like,
no.
like dog's milk.
Dog's milk. What's dog's milk?
I was a kid. I thought
Like
it was
tiger milk.
Like tiger's mom?
Like tigers.
Talking straight in the mic.
I don't know. I had a
Good morning, San Antonio.
There you
Sylvia
go.
Toscano here.
There
How
you
is
go.
everybody doing this wonderful morning?
There you go. Testing it. I think I still can't hear
She
from
drank.
my.
She already drank more than half her coffee.
Oh,
so
and
she's
I
awake.
think did I put an extra shot? No, it's a venti. It already has like 4 shots.
She's gonna be
right?
all like,
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. We missed you last week, but we're back. We are back, and we are. Who do we have next to me? You already went over who you are.
she's all, you're done.
You're done. Who do we have next to?
Oh, rude. I want to say it again.
Say it again.
Do over it.
Do it.
Good morning, San Antonio. Sylvia Toscano here. Welcome to the morning show with Victoria Cabrera. And we have to my right.
A-Rod in the house.
There you go.
Yeah, wow. We should be gone more often. You guys, why does this look so dark?
I was about to say that.
What
Usually it
is
doesn't
it?
look that dark.
It's supposed to not look that dark, but oh well.
You probably
Good
put
morning, guys. How are y'all
couple of
doing? Put in the
shots.
comments if you're listening in with us this morning. Let us know your name. Let us know where you're coming from. Give us a love. Give us a laugh. Don't give us a like, because that does not help our algorithm at all. The more you engage with us, the more our show shares, and that maybe, they probably won't learn something, because all we do is really just chit chat all day, right?
That's okay.
We're just chit chatting all day long. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. How have you guys been? It's been, it's 2 weeks since we've got on the show.
Has it been 2 weeks?
Yes.
Or a week and a week.
Oh
right?
my God. You had to tell everybody about last week. So my sister called me or texted me. She's like, oh my God, no show today? I
Uh-huh.
said, no
Melissa called
show.
you.
We had some stuff come up. And then she's like, oh, I was on the treadmill. I turned it on and I was ready to watch y'all. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. And then what Carmenza, remember?
Is that what?
Yeah. So last week we didn't do the show. We had just had so much going on, and I would expect things to get busier. So there's a chance that we might miss one or two. But not yesterday. When was it? Last
Friday.
week.
Last
I
week.
called my wife, and she said, "Babe, what's going on?" And I'm like, "What? And she's like, "Aren't you on the show? Aren't you on right now?" And I'm like, "No, we're not on." And she's like, "But I'm watching you guys right now. I'm watching you guys right now."
She's like, what am I watching?
What am I watching? I was like, well, what are we talking about? She's like, yeah, Sylvia's talking about making her shrimp ceviche. And I was like, babe, that was last week. You're watching a rerun.
That's funny.
which means that she didn't watch us the week before.
Uh-huh. She missed it.
She missed
it.
She missed the show last week.
Yes.
Well,
the week before.
we're glad to be back. We need to keep this on. We need to keep this going because we got our
We have our
avid
fan base.
we got our little avid listeners that like to listen. And we
don't
can't.
like to disappoint.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, and then they're like, you know what? We're not going to watch next week because you didn't come on last
That's
week.
right.
They're gonna
Where
boycott
were
us.
you?
They're going to boycott us. So how are you guys doing? What's going on with you guys? I mean, not that I don't see y'all every single day.
Believe it or not, Victoria, I have a life outside of work.
You know what?
Is that what you call it?
So I was hanging around with Kelly the other day, right? And I don't know who told me. They're like, "Oh man, I forget you actually have friends outside of insurance because my insurance friends, like,
You spend a lot of time with them. We
Yeah.
spend a lot of time with each other. We spend probably more time with each other than we do with our family.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And so lately, these last 2 years, I've been just consumed with my business and like trying to get things growing. And then, so I have been hanging around with a lot of insurance people, and some people think, man, I forget. Like I remember Rebecca made a joke the other, like one time, she's like, man, I forget y'all have friends outside of us. Like, cause it's,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
we do have friends outside of the insurance industry, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
But tell me what's going on. How's everything been going with you? Are you out in the field? What are you doing? What have you been up to this week?
Not a whole lot. Let's see. What did I do? So
Really?
I'm not at the senior center every week. They went down to twice a month, which is good. So what I'm going to start doing is meeting my clients at Eddie's Taco House
Oh, okay.
down the road, which is what I did yesterday.
Good.
And so like that, if they have any questions, I already talked to the manager. They said they'll let me stay there a couple of hours. I got to pay them under the table a little bit more. But they said that was cool.
In tacos?
In tacos.
Oh, that
yes.
sounds good.
So I'll be there and then just in the office, just reaching out to all my clients, letting them know what's going on. AP's coming, just letting them know that if they're happy with their plan, they don't have to do anything. The whole spill that I give them. So
The spill?
the
Spiel?
whole spiel.
Spill or
The
spill?
spiel. Listen to me and listen to me good. Is what I tell them.
No wonder they don't leave your book of business. You scare them off.
I scare them.
I told a lady, what was it the other day? I followed up with her because she was her Part B was gonna be effective already. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just got all confused. I enrolled with somebody else. I said, look, there are like a million agents out there. Whoever you feel comfortable with working with, and if that's the person you want to work with, like it's not gonna upset me. I'm not gonna harass you or belittle you. It's a choice that you make. So just hope and pray that the choice that you make is the right one.
Yes, that's what I always tell them. Well, good for you. Now remember, if you have any issues, if you forget what some of your benefits, you call that agent that helped you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they just, sign them up and run. They're like this.
They
out the door.
They got their New Balance shoes on.
Yes, and they're gone. So, and that happens often.
It happens a lot too. It happens a lot in every single business, I think, is you're really helping somebody out. Like it could happen in real estate, insurance, car sales. It doesn't matter. When you help somebody and educate them, sometimes they want to go with the family member. I'm like, well, did that family member, educate you? Did they help you? But I mean, it is what it is. And you probably, sometimes it's best that you get clients that actually want to work with you because they end up staying with you versus somebody that's like, well, I kind of want to go with my family because they're my family, which is not always the right thing to do, to be honest. Because I meet a lot of people, like more than normal is where you get clients that are like, yeah, my niece or my nephew or my sister does insurance and they help sign me up for my insurance. I said, well, then why are you calling me? Well, I don't want to bother them. Well, that's what they get paid for. So
yeah, that's what happened 2 weeks ago when they called me and it was her niece that signed her up. And she's asking me about dental and vision. Like, do you have an agent? She goes, my niece signed me. Call your niece.
Call your niece.
She's so busy. Call your niece. That's
sorry.
what they're there for.
that sounds like a song. Call your niece.
Call your niece. She's your agent.
Call your niece.
Hey, you want in on this action? You want to
Yeah, you can see
She's
me
watching.
staring it. I'm all
That's for Victoria.
Well, where's mine? You said you're going to give me some.
Okay, here we go.
Well, I don't know if I want it now. Everybody's been touching it.
Okay, first of all, my hands are clean.
Yeah, I know your hands are clean.
So
What am I? Where did I come from?
I love the way Play-Doh smells.
you like the way it was? I hadn't smelled it in a long time. I don't
could
buy the
eat
girls'
it.
Play-Doh.
You know what I used to do?
What?
Eat it.
So the bubble gums are like the actual Bubblicious.
Yes.
So I would I've done this to my brothers. I don't know who I did it to. I think it was
Oh my
Andrea.
God.
I know where you're going.
So I made this little I can't remember who I did this to, but I remember making it so perfect. It looked like the actual piece of gum. And I was like, do you want
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh man, I love playing with Play-Doh.
So-
who loves playing with Play-Doh?
Oh,
I have it.
that's
I
so
have it
good.
because so Desiree was making fun of me because I said I give myself more stuff to do, right? So I emailed Madison's teacher because her birthday was on the 31st.
Uh-huh.
And so they get to celebrate on the Friday. So you can take like goodies or whatever. Well, I was just going to buy cupcakes and taking cupcakes.
Yeah.
Well, they send us, the school sends us like this long email with all the things that like, oh, we suggest that you bring this, and we suggest that you bring that. And Desiree was like, are you serious? Why can't you just take cupcakes? I'm like, well, because, you have to be considerate of people's diets and sugar intake and all that. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give him any kind of food, anything with sugar. So I went and I bought Play-Doh and bubbles. I bought like little erasers and stickers, and I made like little goodie bags.
That's cool.
I like that.
And I dropped those off, and Madison was helping me. So I stuck one of these, and I stuck a little Play-Doh thing
I love Play-Doh
in my bag.
Well, it's funny because when I was young in middle school, I mean, we would do those. They would have those school events, and they'd have these cake walk. Oh, we should do a cake walk. That'll be a good event.
I love cake walk.
And maybe we'll mix it up with some healthy stuff in there, right?
Yeah.
But back then, they didn't care. Dude, I want a German chocolate cake. I want those HEB.
Well, it has to be store-bought, pre-made.
Really?
Well, no, back then, they had.
Back then your grandma was making the cupcakes and the brownies.
Yes, and the cakes and everything.
Yeah.
But when you play with Play-Doh,
it's like doo-doo.
damn it, I forgot what I was gonna say. When you God dog it.
Well, I was talking about how everything has to be prepackaged.
Okay.
And then the peanut thing.
So when you're working at a job, right? Well, a big one like those corporate jobs, like I used to work at. When they would have potlucks, you were kind of risking it because you never know who made the food, right?
That's true.
And then you'd always have to ask, oh, who made this?
You're all, they didn't ever wash their hands. Ew,
I
don't wanna
know
eat their
they're
crap.
dirty or dandruff.
So that was the thing. Last night, Madison was all, ugh. And she's like, I want to help. And I was like, no. That you're gross. Go wash your hands.
Yeah.
Why? I was like, because all the kids at your school don't want your germs. Like, no, that's nasty. So she went and I made her go wash her hands and come back. And I'm like, don't do that. That's nasty. Come on.
If you're catching us, we've been playing with Play-Doh. I think mine got dirty. I don't know.
How did it already get dirty, Victoria?
It was clean when I gave it to you.
Yeah.
I know.
Hands are dirty.
So how many of you, if you're listening now or later, put in the comments, how many of you are afraid of potlucks or like not afraid of them, but kind of like,
you know what? Okay.
ooh.
As OCD as I am, I think I try not to think about that stuff.
I don't like
I've
buffets.
learned not to put too much thought, because if I do, then I'll have racing thoughts.
Yeah.
And then it won't stop. So I'm like, okay, all right. Let's just
eat it. Eat it.
So when I have something in my house, I like to make all the food because not that I'm afraid to eat other people's food, but I rather make it because I know it's clean and everything. So
let me ask you, if I made the food, do you think you trust the food?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Carmenza would have made it. And Carmenza is a clean person, so I would have been
yes,
like,
but if I have, sometimes I know my family will bring food or whatever, but I might invite other people, and then those people feel like if they have to bring something because they were invited by their friends, and so they bring something.
I always say bring a bottle of wine or bring some chips and salsa. Like you can never go wrong.
You can never go wrong with it.
You can't.
Or plates and forks.
Oh,
there was a meme the other day I saw. It was like when you're at the PTA meeting and they need help, and the girl goes, "I'll bring plates and forks." She's like the first one. I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
No,
that's me. That's me at the family holidays.
You're like, I can't mess that up.
What do y'all need? Well, I'll bring the plates, the forks, the napkins, whatever y'all need. The clothes. But you know what? Now I've become the alcohol person. So I go to the liquor store and I buy all the alcohol.
Which actually is a fair trade because that's the most expensive thing.
Yes.
Yeah. I
So
usually
that's
they're
nice.
a couple of hundred in.
Yeah.
It's like, because we have a big family, we have a big, they're all 15 kids and 5 adults.
Exactly. You're going to need all that alcohol.
Each of you with a big old bottle.
Yeah. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah.
You need that much to deal with all the kids.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
15 kids. Oh, yeah.
It's like at this point, I think there's about 15 or 16 kids all the time. And that's not counting our some of the cousins, like the cousins' kids. But yeah, there's a lot of kids. It looks like every time it looks like a big happy birthday party.
Pretty
That's
soon,
good.
all those little kids are going to be teenagers.
Well, that's the thing. There's already a few of them that are already like looking like high schoolers, Well, some of them are high schoolers. So then now it's starting like, because when I would go to Corpus, I'd count all the kids. Like I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because my sister has this big pool, and it always freaks me out when there's kids and that. So somebody's always having to supervise, right? But even me, I still get paranoid, and I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm like, that doesn't seem like all of them. But now because they're getting older, it seems like less and less kids. So kind of sucks.
And do they have their friends going over as well?
Now my niece does have some of her friends. Yeah. Sometimes go over. Yeah. But it gets fun. It's fun. But I don't know. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today? Some insurance?
Yeah, might as well. Since we're here.
Since we're here.
We do say we talk about insurance.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of insurance. So I want to talk about really quickly something that's been coming up lately on the ACA side is a lot of people that are losing insurance because of work. You can get insurance if you do lose your credible coverage. So that does create an election period to get into insurance. So, we have been running into that a lot, but the thing is, some of them don't qualify for subsidies. So they're having to pay a little bit more than what they're used to on their insurance. So it just depends, but some of them do qualify for tax subsidies. So you may want to go ahead and still call us so we can go ahead and go over that with you guys. I think I'm done playing with this.
Let me ask you, I don't sell a lot of ACA, but if they're separated, husband and wife, and they're separating, they're going to file for a divorce, and she's going to drop him from his insurance, he can pick up insurance now that she's dropped him.
Okay, so you got somebody that's separated.
They're going to get divorced, but she's being difficult, so she's taking him off her work insurance because he's self-employed. So would he be able to pick up? Are they still
going to file taxes together?
Well, not anymore. I mean, they just split up. It's been about 3 months, so
I'd have to double check on that. I'm not 100% sure. Is anybody? I think if I have any insurance friends, but I'll double check. I would say if they're separated, not living together, and not filing, then yes, she, depending on her, but she has to have some income. Does she have any income?
Well, they both work.
They both work. Okay,
right. And she works. It's her insurance, but she's gonna drop him.
But so he wants to get something,
right?
Does he get offered insurance through his work?
No, he's self-employed.
Self-employed. Well, he can most likely get it.
Okay.
Just depending on his income, he might not qualify for subsidies. But if he's losing coverage, any type of, like if it's credible coverage and he's losing, whether it's voluntary or involuntary, it does create a special election period. Okay. He would have had to lost credible coverage. Lose. Man, what did I say?
Lost.
He would have had to lose.
He would have had to lose.
I need to go to grammar school, right? I need grammar school. I'm going to bring on Rebecca next month or in a couple of weeks so she can talk about, or maybe even Emily, about the ACA, like really in depth about that kind of stuff.
Zoom her. We can zoom
y'all in. We'll zoom it.
Everybody want to zoom in person. Boom.
So we can hang out with them.
Yeah. To hear that, guys, come in person.
No, if she comes in person, we won't talk about insurance.
That's true.
Yeah,
we'll put a timer for 10 minutes and then that's it.
Here we go.
That's all we're talking about.
ACA.
I'm gonna be sure to put your name in the comments if you're listening in, so that way we know who's with us.
Really?
and be sure to ask your questions. Let's see, I'm gonna put your comments in the comment section.
Comments in the comment section. Don't put it
in the comments.
Don't put your comments anywhere else. Make sure you put them in the comments.
It's so weird how you talk about like certain things with like with social media, right? Like put comments in the comment section. Like it's so silly because we call things like be sure to love our It's so weird. Social media is so weird.
It is weird, right?
Are you getting hot again, my dear?
I thought it was cold. I was actually cold. I was about to bring my heater in here.
You know what? That's why Mila always sits by your feet.
Here.
Mila loves my heater.
She has a heater by her feet.
It's really hot. Because if your feet are warm, the rest of your body's warm.
She's like, because I'm on fire.
I'm on fire.
I'm going to put a ceiling fan in my little office.
A ceiling fan? It's already cold in there.
It's not even that big. It's going to be like, boom, boom, boom.
I'm going to buy a little a little silly about this. They make them this little for
Don't
the
worry,
bathroom.
Sylvia. When we get a building one day, you can have your own big office.
Yeah.
With no, I
With
like
the
the little
ceiling fan.
office because then the
Keeps you
bigger the
humble.
office, yes,
the bigger
more junk,
the bigger the mess.
the
Okay.
bigger the mess.
I learned something the other day and I was like, oh, I hate that I have to say this. No, I don't, because then it's a good thing. So there's this girl that I follow on Instagram and she was like, hey guys, just so you know, if you're messy, that means you're successful. And I was like, oh, I'm not a messy person. What the heck? And so she was basically saying, and I literally thought about you and I thought about you. And she's like, yeah, guys. She's like, look, the way your brain operates, and she's going on. And I was like, yeah, yep, check. That's Sylvia, check. That's Victoria, check. She's like, I'll clean it up. And then it'll go right back to the mess. And I literally thought about y'all. She was like, it's just that, the way we think and we're entrepreneurs. And it's just like, we have all these thoughts. And it's like, and I was like, yeah.
Tell it to my wife. Tell it to my wife, babe. If you're listening,
It makes sense because my brother-in-law, Rick, he's a little bit messy. But sorry.
Messy,
Rick.
not dirty.
Yeah, there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Which I was telling Desiree the other day, I was like, oh my God, Sylvia drives me nuts. She has stuff all over the office. I said, but is it possible that she's like weird about some things? There's some things that she likes very specific, like the way she likes her table set up, the way she has her room set up. I was like, but then she has piles of shit everywhere. Excuse my language. I was like, it's a contradiction. It's an oxymoron. She's messy neat.
Yes, a messy neat.
Messy neat. Ooh, you know what? We should open a bar called Messy Neat.
I like that. At
Trademark.
home, I have everything like perfect. All my spices, alphabetical order, all my cans. I don't use a lot of canned food, but whatever I have, it's C for corn and tomato goes all the way at the end. I have everything in order, everything alphabetized. And then you see my desk over here is a disaster.
I was gonna say you should try implementing those that type of strategy in your and those books that stacked up.
And they're getting higher. I even thought about that the other day. No, I can't do that because that's home. That's
She really just said that.
that's my house.
You know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna start throwing all her stuff away. Anywhere.
No.
Anyway, if it's on those desks, those empty desks, it's gonna start going throw it away.
That's it.
That's
It's
it.
just gonna go in the trash
She
can.
won't do it.
Yeah,
She will.
I
try
will.
me. So she goes on these sporadic things,
I know
and I
one
do
time
it
she
now.
moved my stuff. Remember
I do
Me?
it now.
when you moved my stuff? I
Well,
was
she'll
like,
do sporadically around the office, but I do it for her now. And she'll be like, oh no, we can't do this. Nope, this is not okay, guys. We need to clean this up. And then, so like now I do that. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh no,
Yeah,
And
throw it
the
away. Throw it
The
away.
other day, it was just me and Desiree, and I'm like, what the heck? Sylvia has stuff all over the place. This is not okay. I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'm so over it. I'm like looking everywhere. And then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to touch it because she's going to be like, who moved my stuff?
if I come to work and something is moved like this, I will know.
Mm.
And that's what Victoria did one day. I got to my desk and I'm like, something's wrong. And she moved.
It was like
one
piles
thing.
of crap like this. And it was like,
And
it
then
was
that
moved
little
like this.
movement, I know.
She's like, somebody move my car.
Just like, do you ever get home and somebody and your partner, your husband, somebody's gone in there, they've gone in your house and you weren't aware that they went, and you walk in and you're like, something is different.
Yeah.
Like you take this photocopy of your house when you leave, and then you go back and something's off. You're like,
my
somebody's
best friend
been
used to
here.
be like that when we used to roommate. She would have like she would collect like all her food throughout the week, and then and every Sunday she'd eat all her leftovers.
what?
Yeah, so like she'd collect, if it was Chinese food or steak or whatever, and then she'd always eat all her food like on Sundays. So if I ever I was like, sometimes you come home a little, toasty,
And you're
and you're
a
like,
little bit you were hungry.
looks good.
a little hungry. She'd be like, did you eat my whatever it was? I'm like, Dude, come on. You had like 10 boxes of food, you know?
You
How-
can't
and she
share
would
one.
just eat all the food, even if it was like Chinese and Mexican food and all together at one.
She would just like have her little like potluck at the end of the
That's so cute. I've never heard of that.
Disgusting. I'm sorry.
You say that because you hate
that's
leftovers.
what Carmenza does. Carmenza does that.
I already told y'all.
Really?
I've already joined the dark side. There's
don't
certain
eat-
things I just like don't bother to keep clean 24/7 because it will literally just go back to
I
being
don't
dirty.
I don't eat leftovers.
I don't mind
No.
eating leftovers, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I'm not a big leftover fan
No.
either.
My brother freaks out because we always have leftovers and I don't throw them away. So I put them away in a container, pretty container. And then on Sunday, when I clean my refrigerator, I throw it all away. He's like, why did you keep it
Mhm.
if you're going to throw it away? I tell him I feel guilty throwing away good food. So I wait till it goes spoiled.
And
Then
then
I
you
can
throw
throw
it
it
away.
away.
That's an odd, yeah.
So
Well, I can't throw. I used to not take food to go unless it was a lot of it. Like literally, I didn't eat any of it. But now Carmenza would not let me take anything. She'll not let me take anything to go. I mean, she will not let me leave it. Does that make sense?
she always takes it.
she'll take it to go.
Yeah, she'll
Okay.
take it to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Should not. I'm not allowed to not take it with
You're
me.
not allowed to waste food.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
I do occasionally. It just all depends how much of the food did I eat it all. Sometimes we go, Julie and I'll go to Papa Do's, so we order appetizers and then we'll share a meal and we don't even touch it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that. But if we've touched it and messed with it, it's like, no, I don't take it home.
Unless it's bottle of wine, Sylvia.
Oh,
will
of
take-
course.
Oh yeah, can we get this?
It'll be like this much.
I'm gonna need
She'll be
this.
like,
There's
"How
a little bit left.
Hey,
Can I take this
are
again?
y'all the type? Okay, so like, tell me what type of person if you're listening. If you're old enough to drink, okay. But I'm that type of person that if there's wine in my glass, like even a tiny bit, and they try to take it, I'm like, that's why I like wine glasses because you could go like this.
You know what, Lorenzo?
You don't have to do that. You just go like this.
You
like,
know what Lorenzo used to do? Lorenzo, when we would go party, we got him good one time. He wouldn't drink the bottom of his beer. He wouldn't drink. So he would leave, and he didn't drink cheap beer at the time.
Yep.
And he would leave this much of beer. And so he would have all these bottles. And so one time he got it from the restroom and we got him good. We poured all of them in one and he drank it. He's like, what the? And I'm like, you shouldn't waste beer.
Ew.
You see, my brother does that. We always used to do that. We leave a little bit of the bottom.
I'm like,
Just a little bit.
I drink
just
it
a little
all.
bit.
I paid for it. I'm drinking all of it.
We were at Papa Do's and the bartender tried to take Julie's glass away the other day.
Oh no.
And I thought she broke her wrist. She's like, there's some in there. She's like, oh, yes, there was. And there was a lot. It wasn't like a little bit. But yes,
Just a little
I don't
bit.
ever waste wine.
No, we don't waste
Beer's another thing. I can leave a little bit,
Yeah,
but
beer-
not wine.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you know I was watching John Taffer? Is it John Taffer, the bar guy that
Oh,
goes?
yeah. Uh-huh.
I had posted a video and there was a thing where you know how you think, oh, let me pour the beer without
The foam?
without the foam. So
Uh-huh.
you think, oh, that's a good pour. Actually, he was saying that that's not a good pour because
Really?
it leaves all the gas. Like it, that's what makes you more gassy.
It's funny because when I used to serve beer, I used to have my license to serve, and when we used to pour the beer, they taught us to pour it like that so that you don't get so much
Yeah.
foam.
Yeah, but he's like, that's a bad
Interesting.
pour. So he taught you how to pour, and it's foamy, and he told you why. And then because the one that you didn't have the foam, I don't know what it has, like, but it gives you more. It's like more
But I'm
gassy.
assuming it's better for the business too. They're not serving that much beer.
No,
Yeah.
that's the same amount if you think about it, because it'll eventually calm down. And in fact, sometimes it's a waste because you're pouring over.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it just depends.
And a lot of, if you ever go to a bar, I don't go that often, but when they're pouring, they do that. They throw a lot of the beer, of
Uh-huh.
the foam out.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
Yeah, it is.
If you're a beer drinker, let us know how you like. Do you like your beer foamy? Do you like your beer?
Foamy beer.
Foamy beer in the bottle. Do you drink all of your beer? Do you leave a little bit?
Yeah.
Alfred from Ukraine. What's going on, Alfred? How you
Alfred,
doing?
Hello, Alfred.
What do you
from
do?
Ukraine.
How do you drink your beer, Alfred? Do you drink it all? Or
I
do
don't
you
drink
leave a little
beer.
bit?
I don't drink beer. I really don't. I've never been a beer. We would drink. The only time I would drink beer is when we went to Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah.
Mm, yes.
Because that's all they serve is beer.
Yes.
But I would always drink the lightest beer they have because it's like really, really dark.
Uh-huh.
So that's the only time I really would drink
No,
beer.
I like me a good IPA, something like it. I always tell them, just give me the strongest.
Yeah.
And I love like tasty, strong beers.
So is the strongest always the darkest?
No,
Typically,
Not
no.
necessarily.
No? Okay.
I like Guinness. That's my go-to beer.
That's a nice
Oh,
beer.
you
That's a
like-
I
nice
like
beer.
Guinness.
The dark one.
I
They have a dark and then they have like a super dark
Yeah.
one.
I don't like the super dark, just the regular Guinness. Yeah.
Okay.
if you guys are listening, I know we're supposed to be talking about insurance, but we got on a beer talk. Put in the comments if my favorite beer. I'll put IPA. I love IPA. What's y'all's favorite beer? Light
Guinness,
beer.
Heineken.
I like the beer that doesn't make you fat.
That's all of it. All of it makes you
Well,
fat.
you know, it's funny that you say that because now the beer companies are making
the
more.
ultra light is like 90 calories.
They're making more and more beers to cater to people who drink that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
but here's the
there's
thing with
something
that.
wrong with that.
The thing with that is that it's like so watered down that you have to drink like a 12 pack to even get close to
Yes,
get
and then
even.
you pee every 5 minutes because it's all water, and you really don't get a buzz till you've drank the whole case.
So you know what the trick is? You drink on an empty stomach, girls.
No.
Uh-uh.
Let me tell you, you go have one like 16 ounce IPA, 6.9 percent,
Okay.
and tell me how
Well,
you
some
feel.
of these have 8%, by the way.
Oh, but the 8%, sir, I think that 5 to 7%
Uh-huh.
is like perfect because you
I
can't
don't drink
taste. It
'em all the
doesn't
time. I usually
taste.
drink tequila.
Yeah.
I'm a tequila girl.
I'm a whiskey girl.
Yeah. I'm a
Yeah.
Tequila girl. Everybody's like tequila. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah.
no, I can't do
Like,
tequila.
it's not that
I
serious.
mean, I'll drink it
people.
if I have to,
Yeah.
but
Well, you got to drink the good kind.
well, of
So it
course,
doesn't taste nasty.
I do not.
'Cause I
not
can't drink cheap
the good
tequila. It'll give
kind.
you a bad hangover.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
that's
let's
not
talk a
bueno.
little bit of insurance since this is by
right.
we gotta talk
What
a
do we wanna talk
little
about?
bit of insurance and a lot of everything else. But what have y'all been running into? I mean, annual enrollment on the Medicare side and the ACA side is coming around
I think
here.
I'm really excited about the new plans that are coming
Mhm.
out. I think we talked about this before. Like, what I do love about it, I get really, really excited talking about it, is like these companies see what this company's doing, and they're
yeah.
like, oh, we're gonna one up them, and then this company's like, oh, we're doing this, we're gonna do that. So
Mhm.
I feel,
Competition.
yeah. So, and it's always honesty to benefit the client. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Really, really excited about all the changes that are coming.
Yeah, yeah.
Some good changes for
Yeah.
the better.
That we can't mention until
Nope.
Right.
October 1st. So don't ask us. So we get a lot of people that are asking us, hey, what are the new benefits for the new year? And we can't talk about that until October 1st.
Yes.
I
So
know.
specifically for Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D drug programs. So
yes.
but it's a bittersweet time of the year for me because it gets super busy, super overwhelming, but then it's also the holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So it's like, then you get that.
Thanksgiving is right there in the middle of the,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't
of
know
it.
why they don't. I mean, to us, we help people all year long. So this
Mhm.
is just another quarter for
That's
us.
what I was gonna say.
But there's so much hype around this area. Like, it's just like, you gotta get, it's like, so it gets kind of stressful. But I learned like 2 years ago to stop stressing over it because you could do what you do. You can, you
Well,
can't.
I think it's only a big deal for people that spend their time selling during this time of the year.
yeah. And there's
For
a lot
those
of,
of us who sell all year long,
Mhm.
it's not that big of
Yeah.
a deal. It's like, it's just like you said, it's another quarter. So we're consistently selling or
Mhm.
helping people throughout the year. It's not like you're,
Yeah.
your agents, you're banking on these 3 months that you're selling.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know a lot of agents that just work during AP and they don't work at all.
Yeah.
The whole
Mhm.
year they do something else or they just don't work. They're
Yeah.
retired.
Which is crazy because
You
how do
know?
you even do that? Because
Yeah.
it's like you got to build
You don't
up.
stay, you don't stay in the
Consist-
know. Right, about all
Yeah.
the changes that are constantly happening with the plans, and even though the plan changes don't occur till October, there's still changes within like the system,
Yeah.
new things like the new premiums, and
and they don't do a lot of customer service. So I think because they're gone from the business for so many months, when they do get calls, they're like, well, let me go check, because they're not educating themselves on the new plans for the following year.
yeah, well, they're
just
not a part
signing
of the
them,
conversation the
know?
whole year. They're only a part of the conversation for this
for
little.
for
Mm.
that from September till the end of the year. They
Mm.
start rolling. I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
I run across to a lot of people that are turning 65
Mhm.
that are not collecting Social Security, and they're not going to. So I've been trying to get them to apply early, because I've been seeing it taking longer.
Yeah.
For those people that are applying directly through the Social Security, they're taking 3-4 months. So
Really?
now when I come across anybody, I'm like, do it now, even if it's in October, November, December, because it's not going to hurt. It's still not going to be effective till the month of your birthday. But if you do it now, you don't have that worry. I'm working with a client. 3 months ago we did it, and this month is his birthday, and he still hasn't received it.
We did.
So
I don't mean to interrupt
it's-
you, but we had a kind of, because we hadn't been on, but we had our first Medicare one-on-one. So Sylvia was kind enough to help us with that, and then Desiree presented for the first time. I did it the second week, but it's funny because I was thinking about it. Like my previous job, I used to I liked it, and then it was just too much, right? But we worked till like almost 8 or 9 those nights,
late,
and I was like, it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Because I think for me, and this is kind of getting to my point, is that for us, I think, because we're all the same way, is that for me, before I go over anything with you, it's education. So it's like, how can you make an educated decision on your health plan if you don't know this, that, or the other? Like you don't know everything. And so I run into that a lot lately, where agents are not educating their clients, or they're not going over, like I had this one person I spoke to, and they were like, yeah, I talked to this agent, and he said I had to get a supplement because Medicare Advantage plans were bad. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, that's actually incorrect. I said, the way that it works is, yes, supplements are great. We recommend them to everybody, but ideally it's not the best situation for everybody.
Yeah. It just comes down to budget, typically budget, and what their supplements are great. Yes, we love Medicare supplements because they are great plans. The only problem is it's kind of like the steakhouse, right? Everything's a la carte. You got to purchase everything separate. So realistically, I can't remember where I saw that the average like Social Security income was like $1,500 or something.
But even then, you always say, don't assume, right? So don't assume that because somebody's low income, they can't afford a supplement plan. I give an example to my client the other day when I was going over the different options. I said, look, I cannot assume that because you make a certain amount that you can't afford a supplement. Who's to say your children aren't going to pay for it?
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
So I need to make sure that you're educated, because your children very well may be like, oh, you know what, Mom, we want you to have this plan. We're going to pay for it. So we can't make assumptions. The same thing with people who are well off or have a higher income. They may want a Medicare Advantage plan. They may not want a supplement,
or they have a savings. I've come across a lot of people that they'll say, I want to apply for Medicaid, and they're under the limit. And then I ask them, do you make more than 8,000? And do you have more than 8,000? They're like, oh yeah, I've got 40. I'm like, 40,000? They're like, yeah. I'm like, you don't qualify, because, and you never would think that these people have all this money. And so it's happened a lot, which is great. I'm glad. But you can't judge a person. You just can't think because they don't have any savings, and it's great that they have savings, but at that time I'm like, okay, maybe you should get a supplement.
And every situation is so different and unique that I think that's why education is first and foremost like the most important thing.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I go through the supplement and the Part C. Even though they can't afford it, I always tell them, it's good for you to know what a supplement is. So when you're watching television and you're hearing all these different insurance, you know what you have. Because so many people come to me at the senior center when I was at HEB. Oh, I have a supplement. I'm like, no, this is not a supplement. But they said it's a supplement. I'm like, no, it's not. This is a supplement. So it's good to educate them. So like that, they know what they have.
For sure.
Have we been to Albania? No, have not been to Albania. Hello from Albania. Hello. No, we haven't been to Albania.
No.
Yeah. Have you? You've traveled the world, Sylvia.
No.
I
thought, is that a restaurant?
It sounds like a restaurant.
Sounds like a restaurant.
I just need the most perfect little cube. Look at that.
I know. I want
That's like a bubblicious gum.
Mhm.
Yes.
This is what I love to do.
I
with
stole
this.
some. Of
Starburst.
I stole some of Sylvia's.
I thought you said
Play-Doh.
you were over it.
I
I
know.
was,
and then
but
she
then I saw
steals-
y'all. It was like a little monkey see, monkey do. Yeah. So what were we talking about again?
Because she was too busy playing with her Play-Doh.
Damn it!
First of all, she wants us to talk about insurance. She doesn't even listen to us, and she's not even.
I got in trouble. I got in trouble the other day because I was told, I won't say from who, that it's like talking to a wall.
Somebody told you that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Was
Victoria.
that me? No, that was me.
No, you wouldn't ever tell her that.
And it's not because I'm not, I'm not intentionally not listening. I'm just like, my brain is just
She always
it's
does that.
going.
So you have to get her at that moment where it's eye contact.
Oh, I think the girl who
And she-
talks about people who are successful, I think she has ADHD too.
Oh,
They
So
all do.
yeah, I think I think it's like a trend or like a thing.
it's not a good trend. I
No,
don't
it's
like-
not. But if people can learn that that's your personality, like I remember, I'll never forget the first time you told me that. So now, like when I walk into your office and you're doing something and I start talking to you, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away.
Yeah,
because
walk
she's not
away.
gonna listen to what I'm saying right now. So I'm just gonna give her a second, let her finish what she's doing, and then I'll.
I think how people would be able to reach me.
how?
Victoria.
No, I would never do that to you. That's a little bit personal. Like that, I'm in your personal space. Maybe Sylvia. I feel like Sylvia. I'm like Sylvia.
I know I was all rubbing her hand yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't feel. I mean, like Lorenzo, I probably would do that. I'd be like, babe, because he's the same way too. Sometimes I feel like he's not listening to me.
So
I'm
my
like, babe,
thing
babe,
is
babe.
when I'm cleaning my house,
Uh-huh.
I have it really bad. So I'll start in one room and then I'll go to the other one to drop off something. Then I start doing something over there. And then I'll go to the living room. And then 4 hours later, I'm all over the house, washing clothes. The dishwasher's half going or half loaded. My bedroom is still not done. It's like it's insane.
I think God's trying to teach you something when he's trying to put me with a bunch of people that have ADHD.
I mean, I'll eventually finish cleaning the house and I'll, clean it. But I go from room to room. It's insane.
No, I
you
can't go to the
know?
next room unless I finish the
Oh,
room I'm in.
No,
I cannot.
Try.
I
I
can't.
can't.
I wouldn't know because I don't clean.
if you
No,
did
you know
clean-
what? The only time I do clean is when I'm ready to like just get rid of stuff. Like get rid of it all, throw it away.
Those are
throw
her
it
little
away.
spurts that she gets.
Yeah, I'm just like my email. Sometimes I'll just delete everything.
Oh no.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what gives me anxiety when people on their thing, it has 12,000 unread.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, I got
if
that.
right now I have 24, it's giving me anxiety. When I get off of here, I'm gonna go through them and whatever I don't need, I
No,
delete.
usually mine will tell me your box is full. You need to
Ugh.
delete 10,000 emails.
No.
So I'll go and
Uh-uh.
I'll just delete.
That gives me anxiety. I can't have unread
Look,
emails.
I do have 11,000 unread.
Oh, wow.
but,
You
but,
see?
but
Yeah.
that's
Oh
all
my God.
spam. It's all spam. Like,
But why does your spam telling
but you know what? It wasn't like that until I got this new phone because I think it refreshed everything that hasn't been read.
Uh-huh.
Like
No.
even the spam. No, because I don't remember it.
I don't
It
think
doesn't
you
work
make
that
any
way.
sense. What do you say? Even I know
Look,
that's
see,
not
look,
right.
it went away.
No.
It went away. It went away.
Oh, okay.
It just said 11, and then now it's back. Look.
Hmm.
Interesting. See,
Interesting.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't say you were crazy. I didn't say you were crazy.
There's a wide road between crazy and you.
She's like a beautiful mind.
So I feel like that. Like, I'm sure all my friends can relate to that, right? Like all my insurance peeps, all my business owner friends could probably relate to like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. But what were we going to talk about today?
We did. We already talked about it. You
We
missed
did.
it.
That's it. No
We
more.
already talked
I
about
missed the-
insurance.
I missed the conversation.
You missed the
We
conversation about
talked
insurance.
about education. We talked about people turning 65 to apply for it early.
Oh my God, I'm rubbing off on Sylvia. She's recapping. I'm impressed.
Oh, wow.
And that's it. You're not going to let
let's talk about the seminars for a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's tell people from the agent view. Okay.
Oh.
We're going to tell you the senior view, the people that are attending, and we're going to tell you the agent view of a seminar like Medicare seminars or whatever seminar you're doing for to educate your audience. You're going to have people that show up just to eat.
So he's looking at me like that because her and Zach did one. Okay. And then, and then some of the same people were trying to RSV to the one that Victoria did
and
for
then they
Desiree
didn't
and
want
I.
to answer me because they knew.
Oh God. People
So
have no shame in their
if you
game.
go to one of our Medicare 101,
You can't go again, people.
you can't go again just to eat. One lady told me straight out, I'm just going to go. I just want to go eat. I'm thinking, what? She told me straight out. She just goes to go eat.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean,
okay.
now, okay. From the agent side, it's frowned upon, right?
Don't do
But
that.
from the client side, from the senior side, I'm sure there's groups out there that are telling them, hey, here's hacks to get free
Yes.
food.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah.
I want to see this hack page because I'd be like, that's
I'm
very
sure there's a
nice.
Facebook group out there that gives seniors tips on how to get free food and stuff.
Probably. I get a lot from life insurance at Paisanos. Somebody's always having dinners at Paisanos.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I always give them away. Here, go eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
You're
not
the
gonna
one.
do
You're the
it.
one lady.
I'm giving it to my family members here.
I got him a
Happy
couple of-
birthday.
But that's a very small percentage. So you can
Yeah.
expect that if you're an agent or a salesperson doing sales seminars, you got to always expect that there's always just somebody there to eat. They're really not there to learn.
Ours were actually
Yeah.
pretty good. Like I
Yes.
feel, and y'all had really good ones. I feel like it's an opportunity. Like for all of the ones that we had, they were really interested in the education. They had really good questions. They were really, really interested in the information. I feel like most of them, actually, all of them, were not there just to eat. They were there
Right.
really to learn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was the fun part for me.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to present the second time, so I was like, "Damn it!"
And I love to present.
She loves it. She's
Once
got these
I'm out there,
little
I'm in my element.
She's got little jokes she throws out there, and I'm like laughing in
I'm
the
like,
background.
I always wanted to be a comedian. I did. I always
Well, tell
thought
us-
I could
tell-
do it.
tell
I
us one of
can't.
your little
No,
bits.
No, I can't.
So I was walking in the bar, eh?
What are
But-
you from
But
the 40s?
my comedy is a little dirty.
Oh.
So I can't say any of my comedy here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's
Not
a
really dirty,
she's an
but
MA
just-
comedian,
But
Oh.
just,
TVMA.
TVMA comedian.
what were you gonna say? A lady and a pastor walking a church, and is that
Yeah.
what you were gonna say? One
Nah,
of
she
those
was
old timey jokes.
My girlfriend's birthday is on Monday, and I don't know what to give her as a present. Do you guys have any idea? I will probably die thinking about it.
Huh.
That's
How
a hard
old
one.
is
How
she?
long have y'all been together?
How old is your girlfriend, and what is she like?
You know
Is
what
that-
I always do now? This is horrible. I Google stuff. I'm like, what do you give a 5-year-old?
I'm sure she has.
What do you
She has
give a
been
17-year-old?
hinting of what she wants. If you really think about it, people always hint of what they want. You know, I
Uh-huh.
saw this purse, or I saw this, or I want to go on vacation. I love the weekend getaway. I know it's Labor Day and that
Uh-huh.
everything's probably booked, but I think it's always great to just go and rent a hotel somewhere.
And even if you
And,
can't get out
you
of
know,
town,
like
maybe you can go somewhere
downtown.
downtown.
yeah, and book a hotel, go downtown to the Riverwalk, and
Well,
have a nice
we got
meal.
people listening from all over, so we can't.
Okay, so or wherever you live, everybody has a downtown
Yeah.
area.
So if you have
you
a
know?
small town, they might have like a little brunch, like a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
So she's 23.
Oh, she's
Oh,
a young. She's a
perfect.
baby.
Girl, well, it depends. Like, man, it depends. We need more details.
So not all
Yeah.
girls are into shoes. Not all girls are into purses. Not all girls
Yes.
are. This girl's into watches.
Mhm.
They're expensive watches. This girl's into wine. I'm into purses and shoes. So we're all very different. So it's just like Sylvia said, what is she like? Like, what is
Yeah.
she into?
And
Yeah.
I think people always throw out hints.
Yeah.
Like Carmenza got
You
you the
know?
really nice bands for your watch.
Yeah, that was
That
cool.
was, and Victoria loved that. She
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, I love the bands.
Uh-huh.
So just like, oh, and she got you that record with a picture of the both of y'all
Yeah.
from your
So
wedding.
my friend Margie tells me that probably in like September she starts putting out
ideas.
hints to their family.
I love
She tells me that she writes a list of everything she wants for Christmas and who can afford it. And so let's say her mother-in-law can afford $100. So she's gonna hint with her, she wants that $100 bedspread. Or her
Ah.
cousin is low, can only afford 20, 30. So she's gonna hint with her that she wants whatever it is. So she starts putting them out
Smart
in
girl.
September. And so I thought, you know what? Yeah, I never thought about that. So she says by December, by Christmas, there is no excuse for
Anybody not to know what to
not
get
to
her.
give her what she wants.
Interesting. I like that.
So think about your girlfriend, and maybe she's put out, little.
Sometimes if you've been together for a while, sometimes even sentimental, like a nice picture frame with the picture of the two of you.
I don't like that.
And I've written Lorenzo like I wrote him a love letter one time, like of when we first met, and he loved that. So just, I mean, it also depends how long you've been
think
together.
about the hobbies, right? Or the
Mhm.
likes. So like I know Carmenza loves cooking. I know she loves running. I know she loves her plants. And so I always think, what would this person not
She
buy
wants
themselves?
a running plant.
A running. She wants a, what do you call those?
Smoking plan?
Those-
The talking plans?
Oh,
Feed
From,
me, Seymour, feed me.
That would be so cool.
oh
to
my
have a
God,
plan
we
like
had
that.
one of those. But they're the ones that eat the flies.
Yeah, what are those? Venus
A
flytrap?
Venus flytrap. We had one at the house
Oh,
for a
those are
long time.
scary.
Very interesting.
Something that somebody wouldn't buy themselves, like
You're
go out of
right,
their way to buy
yes,
themselves. Like
uh-huh.
Carmenza knows I probably wouldn't have gone to go buy me bands
Mhm.
because it's like, okay, something small, that's a lot of work to go to the store. Like it's just a lot of work. So she's like, okay, this was something that she would appreciate.
Mhm.
So it doesn't have to always be over the top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could be something very like, oh, this is cool. Like somebody got me, I think my best friend got me a mug. It was the Golden Girls. I was like, oh my God, I love this mug.
Aw.
And then you got me a mug with the doggy. Like those little things are like, those are cool. Like that's cool.
I'm gonna get a mug for Christmas. I've been spending all this money on her. People are giving her mugs.
So that's a hard part. Okay, you want to talk about gifts? Like, what do you give somebody that has everything already? Like, oh, my sister's birthday
for
is
Christmas.
my sister's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh,
My sister,
Oh, happy
yeah,
birthday,
Claudia,
sister.
Claudia Garcia. Yeah,
So most likely she's not on here because she's probably doing her thing.
yeah. Her husband took her out of town.
Nice. You see?
Yeah,
So
I
should we
know.
sing happy birthday to her?
yeah. We can say happy birthday to her.
Claudia, I know you're not listening, but
That sounds all dramatic, right? I know you're not listening, but
but we're gonna sing you happy birthday.
okay,
Okay.
And then we'll put the snippet on Instagram.
okay.
Okay.
The vocal cords.
What's her name again?
I'm sorry. What's your sister's name again? I forgot her name.
Okay, ready? One, two, three.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Claudia. Happy birthday to you. Love you,
And
sister.
many more. Your pants are torn.
On Channel 4.
On channel. We can go on and
That's
on.
my favorite part. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So
This
now
has
we're
been
going to
kind of
get her
laid-back
mugs
show.
for Christmas.
Huh?
I feel like this has been a laid back show.
Well,
Or
we're a
is it
little
me?
rusty. We're a little
Yeah.
rusty.
I feel a little.
What did you drink? What did they put in there? I told them
They
to put it.
something in there.
I think. Well, that's 4 shots of espresso, right?
4
I was
shots.
here and now I'm here.
It's because you're coming down. What the
Okay.
heck?
Coming down
I
from
hate
your
that.
high.
From
You're
my
coming
high.
slowly crashing.
That's why I sip. I sipping on some scissors.
I literally drink black coffee. Actually, this is decaf because I take pre-workout in the morning and I don't want to make my heart race. So I took decaf with my collagen every morning.
Wow. Guys, I don't know how I got this thing dirty already. I'm gonna have to throw this part away. Anyway,
You're not going to take any more of money.
well, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm sorry we couldn't answer the question about what to buy your girlfriend. We try to give some ideas, but I
Mhm.
mean, it's just too broad. It's too broad of a. We need more. We need
Yeah.
more intel.
What's everybody doing for Labor Day weekend? Anybody? Any big plans?
Nope. I'm gonna be heading to. We're gonna be working on Monday, actually, Monday and Tuesday. Well, the girls, everybody's gonna be off at the office, but we have to travel somewhere for work. So, I'll be
Just having
doing that.
A girls trip.
Girls trip.
Girls trip.
What are y'all gonna do this weekend? No plans?
I might work on my yard. A little-
That sounds fun.
Way to make her feel good about her plans.
I know. I'm
She's
gonna
all
do this
excited.
design on a friend of mine gave me a lemon tree. And
Oh.
so I saw this real
And
pretty
when life gives you
design.
lemons, you got to
Yeah,
make lemonade
Or a lemon tree.
a lemon tree.
or a lemon
So-
vodka drop.
Hey,
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Fresh
I like that.
lemons.
Fresh lemons.
Yeah.
I'm a dirty martini kind of gal. I don't like.
So you're gonna grow an olive tree.
I'm gonna grow an olive tree.
Oh, yeah. You could do that too.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I didn't even know olives grow on trees.
Yeah.
Well, olive branch.
Yeah.
Olive branch.
I wonder where that came from. I wonder where that came from.
An
That
olive
saying
branch?
olive branch. Like I'm extending an olive branch. Like why an olive
Maybe it was
branch?
like, guys,
Isn't
smell
that in the
this.
Bible?
Smells weird.
I don't know if it is.
I
or
thought it
not.
was in the Bible.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, where it
Yeah.
came from.
So you're going to be planting a lemon tree in your
No,
yard.
I already did.
Oh.
I'm gonna do the landscape around it.
Oh, okay.
And
Looking at
Lulu's not
ideas.
getting at it.
Yes, she's driving me crazy. My daughter put chicken wire all across on both sides of the yard, and she's still jumping over. And I don't know what I'm gonna do.
She's your wild child, isn't
She
she?
drives me insane.
But you
she's
couldn't
so
live without
beautiful.
her.
She's so beautiful. She's so kind, and so, but she's still a puppy.
It sounds like Madison you just
You know?
described.
She's still a kindergarten.
She's
Yeah.
beautiful
Like
and
my
kind
5-year-old.
and
She is
chaotic.
It sounds
but
like my
it's a
5-year-old.
chaotic world, you know.
It's so funny.
But-
It's such a contradiction, right? They're like a pain in the butt, but then they're so sweet and kind. It's like,
Yes.
oh, how is that possible?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of like Sylvia,
Right? Honestly. Yeah.
Ooh, well, we will definitely guys see y'all next Friday, 10 a.m. And then, is there anything that you want to add before we take off and leave?
Too tired. to
We're
talk.
we're leaving today. Well, the girls are leaving today early, right? What time are y'all
What
leaving?
time are y'all leaving?
I don't know. Whenever Victoria says we can go. She's still the boss, y'all.
I
She
gotta
may
work
say
a
I'm the
little
boss,
bit.
but she's still the boss.
I'm gonna work a
Hey,
little bit, about an hour and a half,
Genevieve.
and then I'm gonna head out of here.
Where are you?
Where are you going? We're all
Just
working
head
out.
out.
I thought we were gonna go to the you know where.
Okay. I'm gonna.
But you know
work a
what?
little
We've
bit,
been
and we're
promised a
gonna go
happy
sit-
hour. I want this happy
That's
hour. That's what
right.
Sylvia said yesterday. She goes, you know what? Where's this happy hour that we have been promised? We have
I
not yet to
know.
get
Take
it.
y'all today.
Let's do it.
I'll take y'all
Let's make
today.
it happen.
I just got a meeting at like
Actually, I was just kidding, but
11?
okay, she's serious.
I know, right?
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
Don't you threaten me with the good time and
Don't
the drink.
threaten me because I will make it happen, Captain. And next time we'll let y'all know publicly like where we have our happy hour, so y'all can
Yeah.
come meet us.
Yes, that would be great.
we should do that.
Yeah,
Medicare Space Live happy hour,
Yeah, that would be
that
fun.
would be great.
and then take.
I mean, of course, we'll make you pay.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We'll do like a first 10 people who show up or the
Yes.
first 5 people who
Hey,
show up.
in
A
the little
shot?
print, in the little print. Everybody come along. Everybody's welcome, but you have to pay for your own drink.
No one under 21 will be allowed. Blah, 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 blah.
It may cause hangover in the morning. It may cause
You'll come into
You
a
may have a
shot
good time.
like we did shots on the boat.
Oh
You have to come
man,
to
that
Oh
was
shots.
my
bad.
God. Yes, you posted
Oh,
footage.
okay, Conviva. Watch out. Conviva said, let's plan it. We can sponsor. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
right.
Oh, right now, today? After
What time is it? Can you meet us?
Is it too late to do
No,
that
we'll
right
do
now?
that one. We'll do that one when it's well planned and we can invite a lot of people.
Yes.
Not too many people where the bill's crazy, but
Yeah.
enough people where we have a good time.
That would be
Mhm.
fun.
That would be good.
Conviva.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, it is already 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. We got to get going, but we appreciate you always joining in. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next Friday, right?
Yes,
Anything
we'll
y'all
be
want to
Yes. Thank you for the people who follow us.
Yes,
and
thank
for all
you.
spreading the word about the show. We
Spread
have
the
fun.
word.
This is a good
Spread
this is a
the
good
word.
time, but it doesn't seem like work. It doesn't really. We talk about insurance
a little bit?
a little bit, but it's fun.
Some of us don't even remember what we talked about.
Bitter Betty, party of one.
Thank you, San Antonio.
Sorry,
All right,
guys.
guys. We'll see you next Friday.
See you next Friday.